No, I'm not going to talk about politics. Hey, it's Super Death Show. Last Friday was my last day at work. I used to work for a construction company in Lexington. I've been working there for about 7 years now. This past year, they took my foreman job away from me, which was like, I was like a supervisor. But they took that from me and they put me on a guy's crew. He was the foreman. And I started around the same time he did. But the thing is he needed some help, and they needed an experienced operator to help him. So I went to go work on his crew. It was fine at first because, you know, we'd been friends for a while. But the longer I was on his crew, the more, you know, he was taking advantage of me, throwing more responsibility on me. And, you know, I'm a pretty nice guy, and I'm usually like, yeah, okay, I'll help you out. I don't care to do that kind of stuff. It kind of worked against me because the more I did, the better job I did, the more he kept asking of me. But recently, you know, I started saying, hey, I don't want to do this because I'm already giving you an extra day on my week. So I was working like 6 days a week. You know, everybody else on my crew was working 5 days. But, you know, I was okay with it because I'm always willing to help. This year being on this other crew, they cut my pay by like $3, which is actually like $1.50 less than when I started working here 7 years ago. Yeah, I know this is kind of boring. It's just a bunch of work stuff. I'm just letting you know what's going on in my life right now because I guess that's kind of what this is, you know, my personal vlog. But I needed a way out. I've been there a really long time, 7 years, and I've been on this crew for a year, and I cannot take any more time on this crew. But the thing is I can't get off of this crew. My old job has already been given away to an old guy. They gave him my old job, so I can't get it back. And I can't really get moved around because, you know, if you call and complain and say you need to be moved, you know, there's a chance that that wasn't a lie and that the superintendent will say, you know, if you don't like what you're doing, you can just go home. I can't get moved. I don't want to do it anymore, so I can't quit because if I quit, I can't draw unemployment. I can't voluntarily get laid off. Recently, they changed the policies to where if you draw your 401k out, you are going to get laid off for 6 months and you can't come back before then. And that's a half a year. You know, you're going to be back in like 2 or 3 months. But 6 months, it kind of stops people from drawing that 401k out, and it lets that money sit in the company's bank account and draw interest. What they did was they started, if you want to draw your 401k out, the only form you're allowed to fill out to draw it out is the separation from work form, which means that you voluntarily are laying yourself off. So that's what I did in order to get away from this company and still be able to draw my unemployment insurance. Last Friday, I filled out the papers, and I'm still waiting on my 401k to come in, but my last day of work was Friday, and I'm not allowed to go back to work anymore for 6 months. So that's the explanation of my situation right now is I'm unemployed right now. I did go and sign up on my unemployment, and I think the first date that I can claim is actually the week of Thanksgiving. But today, me and my wife Nick, we went to Amazon for our first day of orientation. We're gonna start working at the Amazon returns warehouse in Lexington. We're fine for a job. I'd like to find something else. I don't want to do construction anymore, but that's what's going on right now. But with this extra time, I've been thinking about the comic a whole lot more and doing more in my sketchbook because that's where I write most of the stuff for the comic is in the sketchbook. I've been coming up with more ideas, ways that I'd like to, maybe it's going to be interesting if we do it this way. I've been coming up with ideas like how do I want to, you know, kind of round off Super Death Face because it's already past 100 pages and I'd always plan for each volume or act or whatever you want to call it of Danger Vision to be about 130 pages and I've only got like 20 some pages until I'm there. So I was thinking of you know, kind of cliffhanging this one before Nightmare Disaster starts. And I got some pretty good ideas of switching it up. It's not like, oh, I never see that coming or anything like that because, you know, I'm not that good a writer or I'm not a writer. I've got some ideas coming up for it. Hopefully with this little bit of extra time, I can maybe write a little better, put more thought into it. I'm not going to go full on like I did in January and do like a 10-page update because I've still got to do other things. But the pages are coming out a little quicker because I did like 2 pages in the last 4 days, which is a whole lot better than what I normally do, which is about a page a week and then skip a week and then a page a week for a few more weeks. But anyways, that's what's going on right now. I'm using this Amazon thing as a temporary, and hopefully something will come up. Or if I can find a way to go back to college and take care of, you know, paying for this house and my vehicle, and taking care of my wife and my son and my family and everything like that.
All right.
All right, that's what's going on. I'm staying optimistic because, you know, ever since I quit work, for some reason I've been in a really good mood. And oh, one more thing, I got this really cool fan art. I'll put it up at the end of the video. It's really awesome. It's a clone nig, and it's probably the best one I've seen so far. Thanks for watching this one. Hey, the next Super Death Show episode is going to be episode 50. So that means like I've made 50 of these vlog things, and you've watched 50 pages of this comic being drawn. If you've watched them all. Oh, one last thing. Frank is coming down to visit for the week of Thanksgiving, so we're going to try to come up with some kind of cool video thing to do when he's here.
All right.
I don't know, because it's normally just me in this thing, so maybe Frank can come down and we'll find, you know, something cool to do on video or something. It should be fun. See ya, guys. I'm looking right here. Okay, that's it.